boys and girls. It's Miss Lisa, the art teacher. Welcome back to my table of art. Today I'd like to talk to you about something very important in the art making process. There are different elements that we need to know. The elements are what we call building blocks to art making. It's sort of like you have to crawl before you walk, or you suck a bottle before you eat with a fork. They're building blocks to greater and bigger things. So the elements of art are what we're going to discuss today. There are 7 elements of art. They are line, shape, color, form, space, texture, and value. Today we are only going to work with one of the 7 elements. And the element of art that we're going to work with is color. We're going to create a book with our elements of art. So what I'd like you to do is start with your first page that says 7 elements of art. And what you're going to do is you're going to grab a crayon, a pencil, a marker, anything you want to draw with or write with. And we're going to list together those 7 elements of art on your front paper. You could use different colors if you want. It doesn't matter. But we're going to do it together. So here's our sheet. You're a little high over here. Let me get my helping hand. Come on over, helping hand. Hi, kids. And push me down so I can see a little bit more of my desk. Okay, so here we have the sheet that says 7 elements of art. And we want to list those elements of art. So they're going to put all those elements of art right on this front page. So the first one I'd like to talk to you about, or the first one I'd like to have you write down, is going to be color. Color. So I'm going to write the word color, and you're going to do the same thing, but on your paper. And I'm going to use an orange color to write the word color. C-O-L-O-R. Color. Can you see that? That's the word color. That's your first element of art. And if you'd like, you can number them. Maybe I'll do that with you. I'm going to make this number 1. Number 1, color. And I'll wait for you to write that. And while I'm waiting, I'm going to get a different color marker. I'll make this really colorful. Color. The element number 1. Color. I'm going to make it colorful. I like purple. Nice. Okay. The next element of art that I'm going to write down on my list is going to be number 2. And it's going to be called shape. Shape. And shape is spelled S-H-A-P-E. Now remember, this is a video, so you can pause it while you write the word shape. Shape. And a shape is created when you use a line and connect it. You create a shape. Sort of like circles and squares, triangles and rectangles. They're made with a line, they connect, and they create a shape. Shape is number 2. While you write that, I'm going to pick another color. Which color should I pick? Ooh, I like this turquoise. And I'm going to write down number 3. Number 3 art element that I'm going to write down is what we just discussed, how we create it. And that is line. We use a line to create our shapes. Am I right? I think so. Line. L-I-N-E. That's element number 3. Line. I'm going to pick a new color while you write the word line. This is like a rusty color or a pumpkin color. Number 4. I'm going to write the word value. Value. You don't have to worry about what that is yet, but we're going to learn about it. Value, and that's spelled V-A-L-U-E. Value. That's number 4. Value. Can you see it? Okay. I'm going to switch my color again. I think I'm going to try red. I hope it works. My red's never... Oh, that's a skinny red. Let me try this thicker red. That's a skinny red too. You know what that means? Red doesn't work. I'm going to take this one then, purplish. Ugh, that one doesn't work either. Don't you hate when that happens with your markers? You're going to use a color and it's no good. Let's try number 5. Oh, that's working. Okay. Number 5 on my list of elements is texture. Texture. T-E-X-T-U-R-E. Texture. That's the 5th one. We have 2 more elements of art to make 7 elements of art. The building blocks of art making. Texture. I think I'll pick green. Number 6. Ooh. Number 6 is space. S-P-A-C-E. And what space does is it gives us depth. It lets us see foregrounds and backgrounds and lets us understand the difference between the two, that there is space in between. And there's ways of showing space, and we're going to learn about them. And 7, which is last, but certainly not least, number 7. Number 7 is form. Form. It's sort of like a shape when it grows up. That's kind of a silly way of explaining it, but a shape is flat. A form almost looks like you could grab it off the paper. It looks more realistic, a form. A form is something that looks three-dimensional. A form could also be something that is three-dimensional. A form. And that is number 7 of the elements of art. So I want you to save that as the cover of your book of elements that we together are going to create. If you notice on the bottom, this book belongs to. What should I put there? How about your name? Put your name at the bottom so nobody takes your book of elements. So that page is done. Let's start with our first element that we're going to work with. And that is going to be our color wheel. Our color wheel. Now I've listed all the colors in English and in Spanish, so you will understand where to put which colors. Red, roja or rojo. Orange, naranja or naranjo. Red, I forgot to do this, red, orange, naranja or naranjo. Yellow, amarillo or amarilla. Green, verde. Blue, azul. Purple, morada or morado. And back to red, roja or rojo. Now, I would like for you to switch whatever you were just using. If you were using markers, I'd like you to switch to crayons. If you were using crayons, I'd like you to switch to markers or colored pencils or watercolor. I want you to start working with all different mediums if you have them. If you don't have them, that's okay. You work with what you have. So I have markers, crayons, colored pencils. I have it all because I'm the art teacher. So I think I'm going to use my crayons to make my color wheel. But it's very important when you make your color wheel that you don't use anything other than the actual colors. We want the true red hue. We don't want red violet, red orange. We want real red. We want real orange. So make sure when you grab a crayon or a marker that it says red or it says orange or it says blue, because we're making our color wheel. And those are the first colors that we're going to work with that create all the other colors. So it's important that we start with the basic colors, and then we can build on that. So I'm going to start with red, which means I'm going to use, I'm going to use these big fat markers, these here, because they cover the space fast and they're good colors. I'm going to take my red marker and I'm going to start coloring in the piece of the pie that says red or roja. And I'd like you to do the same. We're coloring in our color wheel and we're starting with red and only red. And it's important that you follow along and do the colors that I ask you to color in when I ask you to, because we're going to learn something special about these colors. What do you think is so special about this color and two of his friends? You will find out soon enough. So I'm coloring my red. You're not going to believe what I just did, because I was talking and not paying attention. I colored orange. The orange spot where I was supposed to color red. You see, Miss Lisa's crazy. I'm in a boo-boo. So what should I do? Well, red and yellow make orange. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add yellow to this red piece of pie, and I'm going to make this my orange triangle. The color it was supposed to be, not the color I made it. You know what it is, kids? It's getting a little late. Been a long day. I can't believe I just colored in red on my orange triangle. Ugh, crazy, crazy, crazy. Sorry, kiddos. Okay. Color wheel, color wheel. All right. Orange, not red. Orange. The one next to it, I'm going to make red. See? I'm not perfect. I know you thought I was, but I wasn't. Now I'm going to color my red. What a silly goose I am. What a silly, silly goose. That I made the wrong, I colored in the wrong triangle. Silly. I can't believe I did that. So if you make mistakes, don't beat yourself up. Just laugh it off and say, you know what? Next time I'll do it right. I can't believe it. I'm so silly. But I do like these fat markers. They cover a lot of area fast, which is what I like the most. I'm going to go over this again, hoping it turns a little bit more orange, so we can really distinguish between the orange and the red. I added a little more yellow to hope it's turning more orange. Can you see a difference? It's very faint, but one's orange and one's red. You know what I'm going to do, just so I don't get confused? I'm going to put an outline of orange outside the orange triangle. And I'm going to put an outline of red outside my red triangle, because I made a blunder. See what I did? Kind of make it really obvious that it's supposed to be orange. Now let's color in our yellow triangle. I wanted to do yellow and red first, then fill in the orange, because we all know that when we mix red and yellow together, what do we get? Orange! But I did the orange first. Silly Miss Lisa. Silly Miss Lisa. Okay, so I have my yellow triangle and my red triangle. I mix them together and I get my orange triangle. Silly. Okay, so now we have red, orange, and blue. Red, orange, and yellow. Now we're going to color in our blue. Blue. Let's color in the blue. And make sure it's in the blue section. Don't do a blunder like me. Blue, azul. Blue, azul. Blue, baby blue, I love you. That's a song. It's a pretty song. I remember that song a long time ago. I like blueberries. I like bluebonnet margarine. Okay, so now we have red, red, orange, orange, yellow, yellow, and blue, blue, azul. What happens when we mix our blue and yellow together? I know you know. Blue and yellow together make green. Verde. Green. Let's do it. Color it in green. Green. Yay! Green. These markers are really, really nice. Not only do they go on really nice on my paper, but man, oh man, do they smell good. My markers have silly scents. Scents like that. This is, what flavor? Green apple. Ooh, is that nice? Here's my green apple. I'm going to outline the outside of that one too, to make it look like it's supposed to be like that, and that, not that I made a mistake. Here we go, blue. Whee! Next is yellow. Yellow fellow. Woo! Yeah, see what I did? So it doesn't look like I made a mistake. Looks like it's supposed to be like that. Okay, now we're down to the red and the blue. What happens when we mix red and blue? I don't know what. We get purple! Yay! Morado! Purple! Yay! Let's color it in purple. Okay, now I don't have a big fat purple, so I gotta use this purple. Ah, purple! So pretty. Purple! Blue and red mixed together make purple. Now I know we've done this in the past, but this is a reminder, and we're going to make it into a book so that you will always have this with you. So if you ever forget, what do I do to get the color purple when I only have a red and blue crayon? Well, you mix them together. Or you just look at your book and say, oh, I remember now, if I mix red with blue, I get purple. So this is going to be a good book to take with you as you go from year to year, as you get older and older, so you know how to mix the colors, okay? Just want to make my purple a little darker. See if I have a little bit better purple in here. There's one. Ah, that's a nice purple too. Just want to make it a little bit darker. Why these guys are drying out on me? I don't know why. Okay, so now you have a cover page which tells you what the 7 elements of art are. And now you have your first page of color and the color wheel. So that's going to go right behind the cover of your book. And we have one more page for today. It's part of the color wheel. We're going to mix primary colors and we're going to make secondary colors. Your primary colors are the 3 colors that make up all the colors in the rainbow. Do you know what they are? Think about the primary colors. What are the primary colors? Well, I'm going to tell you. Red, blue, and yellow. Those 3 colors make up all the colors in the rainbow. Isn't that wonderful? So let's color in one of these red, one of these paint spots blue, and one of these paint spots yellow. But I want you to change whatever it is that you're using. Again, if you have something other than a crayon or a marker or watercolor, switch it up. Because as we learn our elements of art, we're also going to learn how to work with different mediums. What's a medium? It's not the size of my pants. Definitely not medium. It's what you call the tools you work with. Crayons, markers, paints, colored pencils. They're different medias. Media is singular. Medium is singular. Media is plural, meaning many different ones. So we're working with a new medium, and my new medium is going to be watercolor. I'm going to paint this next part. I'm using paint for this page. And I'm going to bring you to my desk so you can see me paint, okay? You're coming down. There you are, not too far. Okay, so here we have this sheet that says primary colors. And again, what are our primary colors? They are red, yellow, and blue. There's my messy can of paints. I'm going to use watercolors, and I'm going to start with the red. I wake it up with a little water. Wake up, red, wake up. It's time to go to work. And I'm going to paint in this red paint, in this empty paint spot. And I'm going to make it red because you know why? Red is a primary color. And primary colors, when mixed a set of 2 together, create secondary colors. And all the colors in the rainbow. Primary. So here we go. And being this one's right here, I'm going to paint this red too. Because I was in the picture, it looks like he's using that to paint. Clean my brush in between, and my next color is going to be yellow. Because yellow is a primary color. So now we're going to paint yellow. And the other paint splat, because yellow is a primary color. And I'll do this little paint splatter too. Messy painter. I'm going to clean my brush. And if I'm going too fast, remember this is a video. You can stop it at any time and just start all over or pause it while you paint. Here's the 3rd and last primary color, which is blue, azul, naranja, no, amarillo, roja, and azul. There we go. Very good. Now, when we mix red and yellow together, do you remember what color we got? Red and yellow. If we mix red and yellow together, we get purple. Purple. And you know that purple is a secondary color. And it's a secondary color because it needs 2 colors to be made. Red doesn't need any other color to become red. It's always red. Yellow doesn't need to mix with any other color because it's just yellow. And blue, the same thing. He doesn't need to mix with anybody to be blue. He's going to always be blue. But purple needs to be mixed with red and yellow. Oh, I'm sorry. Red and blue to become purple. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with Miss Lisa today? She's going nutso. Red and blue mixed together create purple. Red and blue make purple. Blue and red make purple. Whoops, let's paint these here too. I know what I'm doing, I'm just saying it wrong. Okay, now, what if I mixed yellow and blue together? What color would I get? If I mixed yellow and blue, I'm going to get green. And that's another secondary color because it needs a friend to mix together to create the green. There's no color that's just green. He needs to be mixed with yellow and blue. You got a friend in me. There you go. And the last one is red and yellow to create, can you guess it? Can you guess what color we're going to make with red and yellow? Think about it, guys. Red and yellow. Orange. There you go. Red and yellow make orange. The last secondary color. So you have red and yellow are partners to create the color orange. Well, they're good friends, that red and yellow. They made orange. So let's see. We have our primary colors, which are red, yellow, and blue. And when sets are mixed together, they create our secondary colors, which are purple, green, and orange. Yay! And now, what's this down here? This says warm colors. What does warm colors mean? I don't know, but if I had a guess, I would think about the sunshine. When the sun shines, I'm nice and warm. And with that, I think, what color do I usually think of when I think of the sun? Yellow. So you know what? That must be a warm color. And indeed it is. Yellow is a warm color. So let's just paint in our little warm color. Yellow is a warm color. Yellow. Well, how about those flames? They're pretty hot too. What color do I usually see when I look into a fire? Red. So you know what? I bet you red's a warm color. And I'm right. Red is a warm color. Red is a warm color. So let's just paint in this flame or color in the flame, or whatever you're using, red. What's that last item? That looks like an orange. Oh, that is an orange. So I guess I'll color that orange. That must be another warm color. And indeed it is. Orange is a warm color. So here we have 3 warm colors. 2 primary colors and 1 secondary color. How interesting is that? So this side is cool colors. That's what I think of when I hear the word cool. So they must be cool, cold colors. What could be a cool color? I don't know. When I look outside in the snow, sometimes the reflection from the sun onto the snow creates the color blue. So that must be a cool color. So let's color in this wave blue, because blue is a cool color. Cool, man, cool. Hey, those look like a bunch of grapes. What does that mean? That must mean that purple's a cool color too. So let's color in our grapes purple, because they're cool colors. They are so cool, man. Look at those cool colors. And what's that last thing I see? That looks like a leaf. A tree leaf. What could a leaf color be? Right now it's all kinds of colors because we're in fall. But generally leaves are green, so I'm going to make this one green. And hey, that's a cool color too, man. That's a really cool color. And here's another part of a leaf from the grapes. I'm going to make that green too. So there we have our cool colors. We have warm and we have cool. That was really cool. So now if you'd like, why don't you color in the words up at the top that say the color wheel. And you could color them any color you want. You can paint them, or you could color them, or you could use pencils, whatever you want. So long as you understand what primary colors are, which again are red, yellow, and blue, and what secondary colors are. Purple, green, and orange. Secondary colors. Purple, green, and orange. And warm colors are yellow, orange, and red. And cool colors are blue, green, and purple. Pretty interesting, huh? I really like this color wheel theory and fun stuff. I like coloring in with color. Color, that's an element of art. Number 1 of the 7 elements, color. What would art be without color? Pretty boring, wouldn't you say? Thank goodness it's an element of art. I love color. So fill in your words. If you're painting, let them dry. If you're coloring, enjoy your coloring. I'm just filling in all the empty letters with color. Look at that. I love the way the watercolor colors are blending together, making this really cool. I like when that happens. And we got the word the is done. Color is almost done. Wheel. Whoop, there goes the purple right into my orange. The color wheel. Let's see what color. I'll pick blue. And the last color I think I'll pick is green. So there you go, boys and girls. This is the first element of art that we're going to learn. And I hope you enjoyed this. The I can't pick this up or else it's going to drip right down the page. The color wheel we did today, because color is one of the elements of art. The color wheel, we have primary and secondary colors, warm and cool colors, and our color wheel. Okay? Keep all these together. You're going to build your book. If you want to decorate your cover a little bit more, go right ahead. I'm going to put these aside so I don't ruin them. I'm going to bring you up to say hello again. I'm back. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned a little something. Primary colors are red, blue, and yellow. Secondary colors are purple, green, and orange. Warm colors are red, yellow, and orange. And cool colors are blue, green, and purple. So remember those. Remember your colors. Remember your color wheel and your color theory. Because next week we're going to move on to another element. So remember your colors. Because at the end of the 7 weeks, I'm going to give you a test. It's not going to be hard. Don't worry. You'll pass. Okay? So this is Miss Lisa, your art teacher, and I'm saying ciao for now from my table of art. And I'll see you kids all next week. Be good, stay safe, and always keep art in your life. It'll make you happy. All right, kids. Bye-bye. See you next week.